speak your name over every situation. Speak your name over our families.
I think so.
Well, hi, everybody. Can you all hear me? All right, good. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Pastor Nate. I pastor here at New Hope Faith Community. So we just want to say welcome and thank you for coming to this event that we're partnering with Unto for packing. Just some information about House. You're going to be doing all the packing in our fellowship hall. Ladies, if you need to use the restroom, it's right in there. Guys, you'll have to go through the door into the vestibule, and the bathroom's right to your left. But with that, I will say, if you have any questions or need anything, coaches, just raise your hands. There's all of your coaches and volunteers. Thank you, guys. If you have questions, just find people with a Unto hat on, and we can help you out. But with that, we're going to watch a video before Steve comes up and talks to you.
Tonight, 811 million people will go to bed hungry. They won't have the adequate nutrition they need to thrive. But as terrible as hunger is, it doesn't represent the real crisis. The real crisis is that globally, over 42% of people have never heard the gospel. They live in places where the message of Jesus cannot be freely shared, and where their basic needs often go unmet. At Unto, we go to the toughest places where others cannot go. Through our food and agriculture, clean water, and critical aid programs, we equip international crew staff teams with humanitarian aid and coaching that helps them gain access to those who might otherwise be unreachable. As they tangibly serve their communities and meet basic needs, they build credibility among local authorities and increase their ministry effectiveness. And at the right time, they tell people about Jesus. Together with partners like you, we can provide more meals for the hungry, more water for those who thirst, more critical aid for those who lack shelter, and share hope through the gospel message with those who hunger and thirst for righteousness.
You guys, first time here? I'm going to step up here. Look at this. Back row folks. So, were you here last year? Yes. Yeah. So, thanks for coming back. And we're excited to partner again with New Hope Faith Community. I got to get this. Too many words. Man,
Just say New Hope.
Where do I end this sentence? But, yeah, thanks for coming in. Just to repeat some of the things in the video. Unto this ministry, we are a humanitarian aid ministry under the umbrella of CREW, or Campus Crusade for Christ International. So we're arguably the largest interdenominational, means we're not like Baptist, Catholic, Methodist, Lutheran, whatever. We're just generally Christian, right? And we have staff in over 190 countries around the world. I've been on staff with CREW, or Campus Crusade for Christ, for 35 years. But we do humanitarian aid projects through our warehouse in Mount Joy, Lancaster County, we ship out of there shipping containers of aid to about 30 countries, but we do projects in about 50. Some of those are drilling water wells and doing other what we call cash projects in country. So if you look at our logo, it's not on the screen, but it's on my shirt and on the hat. The blue in the logo represents water. We drill water wells, repair water wells, sanitation, filtration systems, wash, water, sanitation, ID training. And then the green represents food and agriculture, which is basically what we're part of today, packing rice and lentils that will, for the most part, go to the Middle East. So the refugee situations in the Middle East, and we're doing rice and beans like we did last year, those generally go to Latin America or Africa. And then we also do agricultural projects where we're doing similar packing events, but preparing envelopes of vegetable seeds and sometimes irrigation kits, measuring drip tape and hoses and fittings for bucket irrigation. that go along with our agricultural training in places like Tanzania or Dominican Republic, Guatemala, or throughout Africa and Latin America for the most part. And then the final category represented by the tan in our logo is critical aid. Almost anything else you can think of. Like, what would people who have just very practical needs, what do they need? They need blankets, clothing, medical supplies, hygiene items, anything you can think of. We do walkers, wheelchairs, crutches, and canes, we do vision clinics. So anything that you can think of that's like in a humanitarian aid category, we do. And again, most of it's processed and prepared for shipment from our warehouse an hour away. So we'd love to have you guys, if you're into this, come and if you want to kind of come take a tour and brainstorm other ways that you, either as your family or your small group or your church, could get more involved. We'd love to do that. But right now, we're going to release our warehouse team to go out there. Daryl's standing in the back, and here's Fred standing at the back. So if you were designated as someone for the warehouse, can we get some of them?
With a black dot on their name.
Black dot, okay, black dot. That's the language on black dot. Just go ahead and then we'll, wow, we got half the crowd is black dots. We'll have to reassess that. Keep going, make sure we got some product for you. All right, so the rest of you, we're going to watch another short video. This very annoying guy that you see on the screen now. And then after we're done with that, we'll wrap up and the annoying guy is me, by the way. But watch this quick little training video about the roles at a sealing table. Most of you are going to be heat sealing bags of rice and lentils, and then the folks who just exited are helping to restock your stocking or box up the stuff that you heat sealed. So watch this, and we're going to release you to your table to get started. Thanks for joining us at the Pack Hope Experience. This is a sealing table, and we're going to explain some of the different roles. As you approach the table, you'll see there's really 4 primary positions. Someone who's scooping the rice or the beans, in some cases, or lentils. Others who are putting bags up underneath the funnel stand, and people who can be in seated positions operating the heat sealers. So we're going to explain these different roles and just walk you through it, so that you're ready to go and do an effective and efficient job, do as quality work as you can. We're not looking for you to go as fast as you can, we're looking for you to do it as well as you can, quality over quantity. And as you get familiar with each other as a team and you do things consistently well, you'll find that your speed picks up. But we don't want you to try to make it a race, we want you to try to focus on doing things well. Okay, so let's show you the different roles that you might be filling at the sealing table. So as you show up at your sealing table, there's 4 primary positions. The person scooping, have the bin of rice or beans or lentils in front of you. 2 people in seated positions at the heat sealers, and 1 or 2 people putting bags up underneath the funnel stand. So here's Fred. He's going to be putting the bags under the funnel stand. I'm going to be the scooper, show you a proper scoop of rice in this case, but it's the exact same measurement for the other 2 things, whether you're doing beans or lentils. So just over scoop, dig deep and tip back. You're looking for a full scoop and shaken slightly rounded. That's what we're looking for. This is too much and that's not enough. So it's hard to get kind of a full scoop just by skimming the top. You really have to dig in, get a full scoop and shake it slightly rounded. That's what we're looking for fairly consistently. Fred's going to put a bag up underneath the funnel stand. As you start the process, just make sure your partner's ready for you, make eye contact and pour in, and then Fred's going to neatly put it here into the box. If you feel like you need help getting enough into your scoop, we recommend, instead of using your bare hand in the rice or the beans, to put on a glove to guide that in. So that would make it a little more sanitary. I know we've already used hand wash, but we're going to make sure that we do this as neatly as possible. So if you feel like you need help, to put that in, but again, you're not kind of putting as much as you possibly can in. Scoop, you're not leveling this off or putting in a full scoop, you're over scooping and then shaking slightly rounded. Make eye contact with your partner who's bagging, and then he'll put it neatly next to the person who's operating the heat sealer.
the heat sealer should already be set to 3, and you can see I'm going to hold the plunger down, and then that's it. You can see just that light comes on, it's off. That's as long as it takes to seal a bag. So what you're going to do is just pick this up out of your box and just pinch across the top of that logo. And some people like to lift this every time. I don't even bother with that. I just like to pinch and slide that in. And it's just resting on the table. Maybe put a finger back here to hold it in place and press with this hand to get the air out. And then you're just holding this down for maybe a second and a half. Again, that light comes on and it's off, it's done. And then you're lifting it from the heavy end, and you can see that it's well sealed, but we're gonna test every bag by pressing it to the seal. Just make sure that that's good, and then put it into the box like that.
Well, you got coaches who are wearing the, what we call gray, or I don't know what we call that. It's certain spell for it. But they're the coaches. They're wearing one of those hats of, if your heat sealer's going temperamental or you run out of bags or whatever, just kind of call them over and they should be able to help. But they're going to initially coach you, just review those things, get you in position and get you started. And so we'll release you a bit at a time. We don't have a very big crowd, but I'm just going to throw out random numbers. I'm going to be a random number generator. We have a table 12. Yep, table 1. All right, go for it, table 1. How about a table 4? There we go. Let's go table 4. Let's get those two. Yes, sir?
These are all your sealers?
Yeah.
So I want to say one thing before everybody leaves out there. As your bins start to get empty, somebody at your table, just yell out what you have and put your hand up. So if you're a rice table and you're running low, just yell rice, get the hand up, and then all my runners will come out to you. So if we know that's happening, it makes it real quick for us.
All right. We got 1 and 4, and then after we get it, clear the doorway. Well, how about, what do they got over here?
You're probably gonna
Got 8. 8 will it? All right. Wow.
till I lay my head. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.